Thanks for the fidget spinner, yo.
You're welcome, bud. I got it at a career fair. Because when a potential employer hands you a fidget spinner, you say, "Oh, thank you very much."
You showed up in a mini skirt, and they were
Shut
like,
up, shut up.
Welcome
I
back
forgot.
to the Career Fair podcast.
I was ready, but I wasn't.
Yaman is going to demonstrate to us professional attire. So what kind of mini skirt are you wearing today, Yaman?
It's purple. It's got butterflies. Mm-hmm. My butt cheeks are hanging out.
You want the cheeks to look ripe, but a professional look kind of ripe.
Why do you make everything sound so gross when you say it?
I don't know if he's talking to me or you.
Is it not obvious?
Is it? I don't know.
I really don't know.
I'm really conscious of how I'm saying stuff now. Because apparently when I'm more tired or having fun, people notice that I sort of slip into this weird accent. And people have pointed out in messages to me otherwise, but like I have like a more like Northeast sort of like, I don't know, like not Boston or New York, but I don't even have any family that has that accent. Most of my family is just rednecks, so I don't know.
I think I know what they mean.
I
think I know what they mean, but that's just like kind of how your inflection comes off. It's not intentional, but I think I know what they're talking about. Yeah.
Like what?
Come off as just like sort of like angry, aggressive white guy.
That's not an accent. You described a personality.
He's like, oh yeah, I know the accent where you become a
Here's
total
my
piece
impression
of
of
shit.
an angry guy.
I like beer.
God.
I love my wife.
I hate beer. All beer is ass.
What were you saying you liked earlier? Mike's Hard and the other fruity.
I mean, I'm not perusing alcohol because I'm
That's
20.
true. You're right. Excuse me. If you
But
were
if
to
I had to
enjoy a
choose,
drink, I think
it would
logic
not be beer.
would
It had to be sugary.
exactly. You want your alcohol to not taste like alcohol. As someone who
Because
is
if people
21,
who enjoy alcohol, like, oh, I have to have a 1972 whiskey. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You want rubbing alcohol in your mouth? You gross.
for a while, I like legit thought that you could get off on rubbing alcohol. Like it's the same kind of like chemical.
You
or whatever.
can. You just have to rub it on yourself like really hard.
Yeah, really fucking hard.
You don't drink it.
You know, I wasn't going to pick that up, but I'm glad that you did.
I hate you. Okay.
Speaking of Yaman, you wouldn't be here if the game had come out, right?
Oh yeah,
Listen.
Yaman, you almost didn't make it today because you fucking
Oh.
lied.
Stupid
You
fucking
fucking
reason.
lied.
I didn't lie. Okay. All right. It was a miscommunication between me and myself.
It's just me,
myself, it was- I thought Assassin's Creed was coming out today.
It is.
It
At
is
9.
at 9 p.m. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't even know if that's like your Xbox is weird. Like I don't know.
You said
But-
that, and I had it in mind that I remember seeing it was like it comes out at 9 p.m. and I'm like, we weren't gonna record at 9 p.m. So I was in a
I had the
scheduling
games,
conflict.
you know, usually it's midnight, but I guess they're releasing it on a different time zone,
No,
and thus it's 9 p.m. here.
it comes out on Friday, right?
Nope.
Like official.
It comes out on the. It says websites say the 5th, which
Yes, tomorrow.
yes, tomorrow, but like. Yeah,
Like
I
you
don't know why
could,
it's 9
like
PM.
you
I
could
don't
go
know
to the
why.
store and buy it tomorrow, but you couldn't go to the store and buy it today.
But it unlocks on the Xbox store. The digital game
Yeah.
unlocks, according to Patrick, at 9 p.m.
I think it's
That's what I
because, well, it's kind of like how movies like midnight showings used to like be at midnight, but now they're just at like fucking like 7 the day before.
This isn't a thing that games are doing now. This is, unless
little
it
bit.
just started. Like,
Well, yeah, well, I know I don't know about the standard edition thing because you guys have that one, but I know for this like super expensive version that comes with like all the collectibles and stuff, you got it like a few days early.
you got it 3 days. All right, here's why I was confused. Because you get it, the description says 3 days early. And it unlocked on Monday. So you could play that edition on Monday 3 days early. Which would
Yeah,
lead you to
it
imply,
says
which
10,
implies
4/18.
that the game comes out on Thursday,
It says
3
10,
days
4,
later.
18. It says 10, 4, 18.
Hmm?
It says 10, 4, 18.
Where?
I just looked at it on the Xbox
Just
store
Google.
on my phone. Why is this having feedback?
Google says 5th.
Google's
but
a fucking
the Xbox
whore.
store says 4th. Whatever. Either way, I'm here.
Well,
I'm here
if you
now.
have if you're a 1%er, you could play it early. But if you're a poor person,
or if you really enjoy games,
yeah, if you're a real gamer,
also...
you can play it on Monday. But
well, it looks like it's going to be as good or better than Origins, and I'm confident that I'm going to get those DLCs. But I'm still like, let me see first, And so I'm going to get the basic version and then get the other stuff.
There is like an edition between standard and like the super ultimate one. There's like the middle one where it's just you get it on the normal release date. It comes with the base game and the season pass, or like the ultimate one, which comes with like a steel book, the season pass, some additional like customization stuff, and you get it 3 days early. Yeah.
Donkey's video about collector's editions is pretty much what I think of collector's editions.
Collector's editions are usually bullshit. The last one I got, regrettably, was Halo 4. And it came with a bunch of stuff that
you fucking idiot.
I didn't care about.
You fucking stupid idiot.
It came with a bunch of stuff you didn't care about, like you didn't know what it was going to come with.
No, I knew what it was going to... I mean, it's stuff that I thought was cool on paper, but it ended up not mattering. I mean, it came with all the DLC at least, so I mean, like, that's fine, whatever. But fucking, it came with
the DLC for Halo 4 was reveled.
It came with like a blueprint of like Spartan armor that like was actually
so you could build your own Spartan armor. Cool, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, and some trading cards, I think, for some reason too.
They just came with like 30 sheets of paper.
Exactly.
There's a blueprint for you to build your own armor.
It did come with like a little booklet, I think, that had art in it, but it was
even
like,
more
really
paper.
Yeah, even more. It was all paper in there, dude. Honestly, it was all paper in there. It was all just various
DLC,
different types of paper and cardboard.
Did you?
But
DLC like all armored stuff for the multiplayer?
I don't remember actually. It was a long time ago. I don't know when that game came out. But the Assassin's Creed, back to Assassin's Creed, which is a game that's actually good. The reviews for Odyssey have been really good so far.
Really good.
Okay, cool.
I'm looking for the reviews for Origins to see how it compares. So Origins got a 9 on IGN. Odyssey got a 9.2.
Yeah. I know people saying it's like one of the best since Assassin's Creed 2, or the best one.
Oh, dude, I can't even compare these games anymore because it's just an entirely different element.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. It's
100%.
not even the same game at all.
No, it really isn't.
Patrick, I need you to help me convince Kevin that, because when I say it, my words carry no weight.
Play it.
It's just like, you say that all the time. But it really is different, and it sucks because he's missing out on a great game. Yes. Yeah, he has it for free, essentially.
What a fucking idiot. Play it.
Yeah. You have to
Kevin,
tell him that,
you ugly idiot.
And he's like, all the Assassin's Creeds are the same, as he plays NBA 2K 700 and Call of Duty 24.
See, but those games are like, if you like it, here's a new version,
That's true.
Like, this is the same thing, but we polished it.
Yeah, for sports games, they just kind of like update the roster, right? I don't really know how that works.
I've never ever enjoyed those.
Yeah,
except for FIFA.
they do make adjustments, but it really is the same game.
Oh, well, I know that I was reading some people that were actually mad about how different it's become, and that people like miss the old school, like, oh, you're in a city just doing like assassin-y stuff.
Those people are stupid. Those people are dumb idiots.
And okay, so part of me understands the appeal, right, of how Assassin's Creed used to be, but the thing is that it was that for so long, and it was so fucking boring, as evidenced by Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and before that, like Assassin's Creed Unity. Like the best Assassin's Creed since then was like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Because it gave you freedom.
Yeah, and you were in like the fucking jungle, and you could like pilot a pirate ship.
You're really struggling. Pilot your pirate ship.
I'm really good with words.
Take it off into the air.
But basically, it was like different enough to set it apart, because like I think people stopped giving a shit about assassin shit. And
it wasn't that they didn't give a shit. That sounds like Dungy says in his review. Not that I share every opinion with him, but specifically about Assassin's Creed, I completely agreed. It was they managed to make the idea of being an elite globe-trotting assassin boring. And it was just like, yeah, they did. That's actually quite a feat if you think about it.
I mean, the new ones are like assassin-y enough, I think, where you're...
They keep what works and they add just run away. Do whatever you want. I don't care. The assassins don't even really exist. It doesn't matter.
They don't use the word. They're like, you can be stealthy and you
assassinate
have
people.
A hidden blade, but they don't say you are an assassin and you follow these rules and this is how you have to act and this is what you have to do. It's just like, this is your character. His characteristics align with those of what you might call an assassin.
Yeah.
Well, they do use the word assassinate though in Origins.
Yeah, I mean the assassin order also like doesn't begin until the end of Origins officially, and then Odyssey takes place way before that even. So there's no even like concept of like an order of assassins. So you're kind of just, I don't know how Odyssey's going to play out actually. I don't know if like they're good at stealth and stuff in the same assassin-y way. Like, are you even going to have like a wrist blade?
Did you have one in Origins, Patrick?
Oh yeah, you did.
You did.
Yeah,
later on in the game. I mean, I think it's like the first 3 main missions. Once you get those down.
Oh yeah. You can like do a lot of damage to the.
They don't even go like, and here's where it came from. The technology. They just go like, here it is. Yeah. They don't need to go into the explanation about like how does this technology work back then. It could be like the simplest thing you could think of, just like a string and a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Then the fucking most metal fucking part of Assassin's Creed Origins is when Bayek fucking cuts his own finger off just to stab a guy in the face.
Hey, that was a reference to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood with Davidson.
Just like the older ones. To become an assassin, you had to cut your finger off because the blade would
stab you.
When Da Vinci's looking at the schematics that Ezio supplies to him about the additional blade, he's like, "Oh, it looks like these original designs call for a sacrifice." And he was like, "Really?" And then Ezio just puts his fucking ring finger down. He's like, "Okay, I don't care."
Right. And he's like, "No, you crazy
and then he
idiot.
jokes
I'm just gonna change the design."
Dude, Da Vinci wanted to clap Ezio's cheeks.
I don't know how much evidence is in the game of that, but
no, in evidence in the game history, my friend. Fucking Leonardo da Vinci just drew
read a fucking book
the entire time. He drew like giant Jaegers and like robots. He was like the most badass individual in the world, just drawing shit. And then an Adonis walks in with his fucking Italian clothes, and he's like, "I want to have blades."
Fun fact, Megas XLR, the show about a giant robot with a car on top of it, was actually based off of a design by Leonardo da Vinci himself. It was going to be featured
You're going to have to tell Yaman what Megas XLR is.
Yeah, you know it. Well, we talked about this before, but I don't think Yaman has any idea what it is.
No.
It's like an old Cartoon Network show.
It's an old cartoon that had one pilot and then it was canceled.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good show.
This alien robot loses its head, falls into a junkyard on Earth, and then this mech engineer guy drives his like not Harley, that's a motorcycle. He drives his like old Chevy Pontiac or whatever, puts him up on the top, and then connects it. And so the stick shift like does stuff, and the steering wheel does stuff. It's really fucking cool.
It's like redneck Transformers, I like to say.
He's not a redneck.
Does that strike too close to home?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna get Assassin's Creed Odyssey eventually. I'll probably wait for a sale because I'm a cheap motherfucker, and also
you're probably gonna have to wait till you get back into the United States.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what's weird? This is only in Japan though, but there's a cloud version of Assassin's Creed Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. So like you stream it to your device, which is weird, and I wonder how that works out because like the input delay, like streaming and like playing video games still doesn't like work very well.
So wait, you brought your Switch and you can stream the game to...
I could. So this service is only offered in Japan, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey is one of the few games on Switch that you can stream, like in a Netflix sort of way. Like you stream it and you like hit buttons and stuff. So the Switch itself isn't actually doing anything. It's not rendering the graphics, for example. That's all coming from like some big ass computer that you stream it in from.
So it would have to be a single player game, right? There's no way you could run a multiplayer game like that, right? Having all the people's different inputs going back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
be impossible.
People have streamed like Fortnite to their consoles like through like a roundabout methods. Yeah, it's weird, but like basically game streaming is not anywhere close to where it needs to be.
Isn't that what they said they were going to do with Crackdown? That like the whole
whole
idea. Yeah, not Terry Crews. Yes, he's in it, but that wasn't the idea. The idea was cloud-based computing, so it was like your Xbox can do all this stuff, but then it maxes out. That's when it goes to our servers where it computes all of the buildings collapsing, and then you can have all this stuff happening that you couldn't have happen before. And then they're like, psych, we're delaying the game for a 7th time.
Yeah, that's what.
How can it be profitable?
Maybe they'll come back and do that No Man's Sky thing where they're like, we have an actual game now, and they're advertising it.
Well, No Man's Sky dropped a game, and then they were like, it's not really a game, it's going to become a game, but you can buy it now. Whereas Crackdown, they're like, oh no, you can't buy it yet, we're still working on it. And then in a year, they're going to be like, it's ready, and then in a month, they're going to be like, hang on, we're still working on it, we'll come back next year.
It's probably going to come out in, like, the next Xbox or something. Like, that game is not... That game is cursed at this point.
At what point does it no longer become profitable? How many hours have they paid for at this point? Like, once they put the game out, are they going to make any money back?
I think they've lost too much money on it at this point, but it's also like it's a pride thing, I think, because Xbox has this perception that there are like no good exclusive games, like compared to the PlayStation 4, for example. Like the PS4 has literally like so many
exclusives,
good exclusives, like must-play exclusives, like God of War, Spider-Man, all that shit. But the Xbox has like zero. Like there is not one game that's like a system seller for the Xbox. Like Halo, no one gives a shit about Halo anymore. No one gives a shit about Gears of War.
I almost reacted badly, but it's completely true.
Yeah,
it was Halo. Halo is the reason I switched to Xbox.
Yeah, and now no one gives a shit about Halo.
10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So Microsoft now has nothing basically. So if they cancel Crackdown 3, it'll just be another like nail in the coffin. It'll just be like, oh, see, Microsoft, they don't make fucking their own games, so who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. I mean,
Fallout, no, is that exclusive?
Fallout is not exclusive.
No.
No.
Forza's an exclusive.
Forza
right?
is.
Fuck Forza. All 18 people play that game.
Okay, from what I hear,
how do they get the money to make that game? Who's buying Forza?
Dude, surprisingly, if they have one coming out every year.
It's because it is the racing game.
It is.
It's like any player that plays racing games gets Forza.
Yeah.
Like there's no competition.
Yeah, exactly. Like PlayStation used to have Gran Turismo, but they only released one
Gran
Turismo game on PS4, and it's not that good apparently. But so Forza and the new Forza Horizon game that just came out, that's a really good like arcadey, more casual racer like Need for Speed. And then you've got your Forza Motorsport series that's like more like hardcore, like, oh, I want to feel like I'm a race driver kind of game.
I want to feel like Spider-Man.
I want to feel like I'm diddling.
But there was
Spider-Man.
the Crew though. There was that one, the racing game, and that has I think an annual release.
Which one?
The Crew?
The Crew.
Oh,
that's not an annual. No. That's a Ubisoft.
Didn't
game. It's not an annual release.
They just came
Why is
out
it?
with
Do
the
I
second
see
one.
ads for it still?
They have 2 games.
Yeah, the Crew 2 just came out, right? Or like it is coming out. Like I remember.
I don't know. I didn't think they'd make a Crew 2.
Yeah,
I didn't think.
I don't know anyone that bought the Crew.
To where they were like, let's make a second one, guys.
No, I don't know anyone. When was the last time you guys played a Need for Speed game?
Never.
I played the most recent one. Like it's kind of old at this point, but I've never liked racing simulators. I like Need for Speed where it's like you have abilities, you're like cops and robbers.
Yeah.
Like that interests me. I don't like driving in circles.
Sea of Thieves is an exclusive. State of Decay 2, Forza Horizon 3, Forza Motorsport, Gears of War 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't say any of those are console sellers.
No, they are not.
As Alex put
I mean,
Sea
some of
of
them are like
Thieves.
decent.
Yeah, but console. I bought the PlayStation 4 for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's not a single game on that list that would make me want to buy an Xbox if I didn't have it.
Are you satisfied with your product?
Yes. Yeah.
Same.
Wait, the game or the console?
Yes.
I'm satisfied with
I
the
hate
game.
the fucking wireless headset or the whatever the thing is for PS4. It is such garbage.
Oh yeah, they pack in the cheapest one possible. Like
It looks like
Xbox
so
does too,
ideal.
and it's like usable.
Xbox didn't even.
I've used the
I didn't
same
even
thing,
get one in
every
my
stock
Xbox.
standard thing from that fucking console for 5.5 years. Nothing has broken. Nothing has slowed down. It's just like, yeah, it works.
That's good old American engineering
Hearty,
for you.
cornbread-fed console.
100% grass-fed, organic.
Not this fucking plastic crap PS. No, I love it. It could be Spider-Man. It doesn't matter.
I hear they grow the Xboxes out on a ranch
the
in
Division's coming
Montana.
to Xbox. Oh wait, that's not exclusive.
What is?
To the Division, maybe?
No, it's not.
No.
No. Literally nothing besides Halo,
There really
Gears,
isn't
Forza, State of Decay.
Gears. Every single one of these franchises is so tired now when I think about it. Gears of War, Halo.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Doom is cross-platform.
They need to pull an Assassin's Creed and go, we're not going to release a game.
Yeah. Just like
for another
pull an
2 or 3
Assassin's Creed,
years.
pull a Spider-Man, pull a God of War, just revamp, sit down, really think about it.
But like the thing, I think I want to say that their best bet is Halo Infinite, because they're going back to making it look not like garbage, and like
What do you mean?
Still, like,
are they doing like a Call of Duty World War II type thing?
No. Oh, kind of. Like the Halo 6, they're not calling it Halo 6, but Halo Infinite is the next Halo game that's going to come out. And in the trailer, they made a point to show that, oh, hey, this looks like classic Halo. Like Master Chief looks like he's back in his
old style armor.
Old style. They're reverting the game back to the old art style where it's a little more realistic. Because in Halo 4 and Halo 5, everyone looks like they have bubbles on their armor or something for some reason. And everyone just looks like fat in Halo 4 and Halo 5. It's weird. I don't know why. But they're going back to the old, more realistic style. Hopefully it'll be good. Doesn't mean the game or the story will be good, but that's like their last best hope. But they did just buy... at E3 last year, remember they announced that they were buying like 5 different game studios or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think for the Xbox One, it's already too late. I think all that stuff is going to be on the next generation of Xboxes. Like, it's way too late for them to.
I think their best bet is new IPs. Just
100%.
New innovation, things we've never seen before types.
Yeah. I mean, Xbox
that's their best bet.
Really struggled this generation. Just out of the gate immediately because they had that whole DRM issues. Like they were going to make it so you could only play, like install your game once and it had to be on your Xbox and you couldn't share your game with friends, for example. And
But they didn't do that, right?
They backed out. They backed off.
That was pre-launch. Yeah, it wasn't like it was a thing and everyone hated it. It was like, we're going to do this. Everyone was like, no, don't do that. And they were like, okay, it's like, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, but like bundling the Kinect and like trying to force people to have the Kinect still like wasn't a good move because it made the thing way more expensive.
I agree with you. You should have had a choice, but I enjoyed the Kinect and I'm glad that I have it. And I hate how they're pushing Cortana on you now. Like I don't use my Kinect anymore because when I bought the Xbox X, you had to buy a separate adapter to use the Kinect on it. And I kept telling myself, oh, I'll get the adapter. I'll get it at some point. And I saw an article saying that they stopped manufacturing it, and the moment they said that I was like fuck, and I went to check the price and it's like $80. The little adapter.
Jesus fuck.
So I can't use it, and the Kinect commands are so much better because it's like I'm talking to a robot like I should be. I say Xbox mute, Xbox invite, Xbox this. Now with Cortana, it's like a conversation. I'm like, hey, Cortana, could you do me a favor and turn down the volume for me a little bit? Thanks. And it's the most frustrating thing
draft a letter to send to you.
You really do.
You got to compliment her, ask her how her day was.
If you're rude and if there's anything in your voice, it might think you have a temper. It's just like, oh, okay.
You can. I've messed around with it, and if you say shut the fuck up, it's the same as stop listening. Or like it makes the menu go away.
Whenever you say that, I assume that you're just fucking around and you've already muted it, but apparently that works.
Yeah. You would say that over the chat, and I'd just be like, okay, you're being pretty abusive towards your AI, and it's gonna come back and kill you probably in your sleep. But all right, you do you.
Something that is nice, like Cortana over the Kinect, you can talk to Cortana through your headset. You're talking to
That's
your mic.
The first thing I noticed.
That's so nice.
Yaman, whenever he talks to his fucking Cortana, my one goes like, "What's up? What's going on?"
That's because your chat volume is so loud that my voice goes through your headphones into your mic.
There's no headphones. It's the one shitty 2-cent little microphone in the goddamn headset that I've had for 5.5 years. It does not produce. It doesn't have enough sound to make this fucking thing work.
Deep breaths.
Dude's about to go off.
You have told me that so many fucking times. Like, turn down your fucking chat volume. Like, I can't because then I won't be able to hear you. And for some reason, that's important to me.
Why invest?
Asshole.
Put like $40 down. Get yourself a good mic.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, or not. Jesus.
God.
Give me a fidget spinner. You trash talking me.
God.
Paid $100 for my mic.
I bought my expensive ass mic. I got during the 360 era, and like it's not really compatible, I think, anymore with Xbox One, but it still is if I plug it directly into the controller. So that's
I
how
guarantee
I
there's an adapter. There's always an adapter.
Yeah, it's always like an overglorified thing. What the fuck? It sounded like someone was like rattling cans outside for a hot second there.
It's little Timmy. He's looking for Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, I love him.
Mr. Sir, help me! Get the fuck away from me, child. I'll kill you. I have a subject.
Oh, you have a subject? I was going to bring up a subject, but you go ahead.
What's your subject?
My subject is Diet Soda, because thanks to you fucks, I've now started drinking Diet Dr. Pepper instead of regular
I'm so
Dr.
sorry.
Pepper.
You switched to a healthier alternative. I'm so sorry.
And like, I feel bad every time I even have a Diet Dr. Pepper, because I was like, aren't there like chemicals in this that are going to give me cancer?
You want to? Okay,
one day?
so I've done the research. I've done the research because this is something I care about. Carbonated beverages are my favorite thing in the world. Specifically for Coke products, Coca-Cola Zero is made specifically because the taste of Diet Coca-Cola did not meet the same taste as regular sugary Coca-Cola. So they made it like, here, this is regular tasting but 0-calorie Coca-Cola. They are completely the same calorie-wise. I believe there's one kind of acid in this, like muriatic acid. No, that's like something you put in pools, but like there's one small difference, but other than that, dietary-wise, completely the same. So don't worry about it. Drink your Diet or your Zero, whatever you want to do.
Okay. Because there's all these studies that are saying like it leads
Fuck
to
the
obesity.
studies. Listen
and
to
diabetes.
Patrick, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna enjoy my Diet Dr. Pepper. And not feel bad about
How does something that has no calories or sugar lead to obesity?
How
the
what?
Theory is that well, in two different ways. So one, because it has no calories, you'll be more tempted to overeat and be like, well, since this drink
Sounds
has
like a
no calories,
psychology
I'll get like an extra like
That's a
side of
dumb
fries.
idiot, stupid. That's like a mental reason.
Yeah,
That was
that's
like a joke
like
in
a-
movies. It's like, I'm having a diet soda so I can eat 3 Big Macs.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think that's like a real thing. Like I'm actually more just like, okay, I just want this one drink along with my regular meal that I would regularly have. You know?
Yeah, I know that. I've never had that sort of.
Yeah, and the other
Continue.
issue is that the artificial sweeteners in diet soda, they say can like fuck up like the bacteria in your large intestine, and the way it like processes
in my
it.
intestine.
And like over time, like it desensitizes them, and they like don't soak up nutrition because they keep getting prompted to like suck up sugar, but then the sugar doesn't come because it's a zero sugar drink, and so they like get like worse and worse, and that leads to diabetes or something. So yeah,
That sounds like it would make it less. If it tricks the germs or whatever that you have in your stomach into thinking, shut up, into thinking that there's no sweetness coming, so I just won't absorb sweetness anymore. Why is it doing that with nutritional stuff?
I don't know. The science isn't like super conclusive because I think the
It
study
sounds like one
they did
angry
it,
dude was just like, I don't want to drink that because it doesn't taste good. So here's why it's gonna kill all the bacteria in your tummy.
exactly. Like I think the
He's one
experiment
of
they
those
did it,
assholes that says tummy too. What a fucking idiot.
they did it on like 200 rats, and they pumped the rats with like 23 Diet
Oh
Cokes a
my
day or
god!
something.
Just
Yeah.
like taking a Coke can and stabbing it, and then grabbing a rat by the mouth and just like.
Basically,
It's like when
yeah.
in Ice Age when Scrat gets like stuck to that iceberg that's like exploding with water, and he just gets filled up like a fucking water balloon.
Yeah, but that's what happens.
Man,
when
this
you
rat's
fucking,
really
like-
not looking so good after we burst his internal organs with Dr. Pepper. Looks like that bacteria is not really worse for wear.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not alone in this.
Yeah, I'm not one to argue with science. So if there's science that says that it's not good for you, then it's not good for you. But I just can't wrap my head around the idea. Like, I'm sure it's not healthy. I'm sure it's
not
not
better
like,
than
oh, this
regular
is gonna
stuff,
be
though.
healthy for you. But when you compare it with the regular alternative, I don't see how it could be worse.
Which is
than-
essentially
worse
just
than
like-
40 grams of sugar, worse than 250 calories, whatnot.
Exactly.
Drinking regular soda is like crystallizing your arteries with sugar, so I'm good. I'm just going to drink this until I die of no bacteria in my tummy. I have another phone
might
call.
take a while. You might have to do like 23 Diet Cokes a day, which actually doesn't seem out of bounds for you.
Yeah. He's calling me again. My dad's calling me again. I don't even know what he's talking about this time.
Oh, it's probably your car and how he drove it into a river and threw the keys away.
Do you want to talk about how Houston, Texas voted to ban the sex robot brothel?
No one told me there was a sex robot.
What
On
the
Wednesday, city council members in Houston, Texas passed an ordinance that blocks a supposed or proposed sex robot brothel from opening in the area. And now I can't read anymore because he's calling me again.
So it didn't even get to open. That's such a shame.
No, they
They
blocked
didn't even
it.
give it a chance.
They said they don't want to be
that's called-
when they're promoting businesses, they don't want to be associated with this kind of thing.
The guy who owns the business should have handed out like free robot blowjob coupons and like just to get them on board. I think that's really what they were aiming for, but he just didn't come through. You know, he's like, "No, I will not."
I see what you did there.
Yeah, exactly.
Come through.
Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that, but I'm glad you appreciated it regardless. Yeah,
That's just closed-minded. That's come on.
yeah, dude, they're not woke enough for the future.
Would
Like-
it matter to you if someone was fucking robots? Is
Would
a
it what?
robot, if you make it really smart, is a robot a living being, smart thing?
I mean, that is the question, isn't it? That's
like
in
the
all
ultimate
the robot
question.
movies.
I'm not sure that's the question that was posed to these Houston city council members. It was like, what is alive? No, they were more
So,
like,
why,
don't
so why
fuck
didn't
machines.
they do it? What do you mean? Is it like
They didn't
you're
want it
saying
because
they're
it was
saying
sort of
robots are
lewd.
real and they can't consent? Is that
I
what
think-
the argument was?
I think the argument was it's gross to think about, and they're a bunch of old white dudes. They were probably like, no!
Yeah, I think
Even
they
though
just
the old
don't
white
want,
dudes seemed like they would be the best customers for this service.
they just don't want people sticking their dicks in machines and
What
getting
if
off
someone,
on it.
because they're customizable, obviously, these robots, just like any matter, but what if you could take the vacuum-formed, 3D sculpted face of Benedict Cumberbatch and put it onto the body of one of these things? Is it illegal to do that? To take his visage and then put it on some fuckbot and then just pound away?
I think
I mean, you can make a shitty version that looks sort of like him and be like, this is him.
No, it's Clive
if
from
someone
accounting, from this guy I know.
okay, so
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm looking at pictures of these dolls right now, and we're vastly
Really hideous.
overestimating
Really,
how
really hideous.
attractive they are.
But
Like-
I mean, what makes it a robot? What does it say stuff?
It's
I mean, is it? I'm assuming it's a full.
This
like,
people are
person
making it sound like this
size.
is fucking Westworld, but this is more just like a bunch of mannequins just laying there.
It's not like Westworld. It's just like here's this like shitty mannequin robot that we like put a voice box into to say like some default lines, and you
They
get to
get
put
voice
your dick in it.
actresses and actors.
Okay. Oh, so these people already operate out of Toronto, Canada.
Wow.
The company.
Are they like situated next to an escape room or something?
Yeah, the Kinky S
Laser
dolls.
tag?
Dude, this costs $3,000. Jesus
A
Christ.
pop?
Sells and rents human-like dolls that can cost more than $3,000 each. I think it's at the high end, yeah. If you want to buy.
Oh, so it's not a
It's
brothel.
like fucking
You can't
Detroit
fuck on
Become
site.
Human.
It is kind of like that. You remember when that game when the fat guy was just like, "I'm angry, fuck you, daughter, but I love you so much."
Yeah, oh my god.
I wanted that
this is-
fucking robot lady to snap his fat, stupid, ugly neck.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the quote from the pastor in here. It says, quote, "A business like this would destroy homes, families, finances of our neighbors, and cause major community uproars." So I think he's saying that he doesn't trust his neighbors enough to spend their money wisely. Is like,
Wait, repeat
oh,
that?
What the?
The
what?
pastor said that it would, quote, destroy the finances of our neighbors. So, like, I think he doesn't trust his neighbors not to spend all their money on sex robots.
It's none of his
Okay,
goddamn
okay,
business.
It's either that or he thinks that the neighboring businesses will be run out of business by being associated with that place. Like it's let's not go to that McDonald's right next to the fuck pile. All right, there's other places we could go to. You know,
I think that would be more of an incentive, honestly.
really?
Let me get a robot.
Let me get a
hand
Big
job
Mac so I can shove it up a robot's
after
ass and
I
then
get my
fuck it.
McNuggets.
Jesus.
You ever thought of using Big Mac sauce as lube for a robot?
I don't like this conversation.
For the record, I would never
It was weird to begin with,
participate
you fucking
in this. But I think this is a fascinating philosophical discussion to have. For any potential
That's tone.
employers
You know
that
it's
are listening.
fascinating. I think this is
Philosophers.
fascinating.
Yeah, this is weird as fuck, but it's just like the reactions to it are like weirder. We're not getting into your bedroom, but don't bring it into our district. Don't bring it into our city. This is not good for business for our city. We are not Sin City. How many times
Shut
do you
the
have to
fuck
say
up.
city?
Let people do what they want with their money.
No, Patrick, you don't understand. It will destroy them financially.
Is
because
this
they will
also?
have too much sex
I
with
noticed
this robot.
some people pointing out that too much sex with their robots, you'll become addicted. Fucking. Some people were pointing out that having these opportunities to just do whatever you want to a human facsimile, just like you sort of start to develop like unrealistic expectations. So then next time, if you ever end up with an actual human,
jeez,
if you do, well, the person that's fucking robots isn't really a fucking, he's not slinging dick all
Lady
around.
killer.
This is he's just some fucking weirdo who bought a fucking human copy. But whatever, like, if his thing is like, I don't know, breaking their neck and like dislocating all their limbs and then doing shit to them, how are they going to adjust to a normal person with those expectations of them? Isn't that going to be weird? Is that something that they should consider?
I think my concern mainly is that people want to start having sex with robots that are like look like children.
Oh God!
Like, and you already see this shit online with like what is it called, Lolly something, like the anime shit.
Yeah,
that's like kids.
Not Sleepy Cast guy. What's his name? Shade Base or whatever. Shade Base.
I don't know who that is.
I don't remember.
Not sure.
But
he just draws like very like, how like you'll view some like weird shit as like on Explore or something like that on Instagram. Maybe not you, Penny, but it would be like all characters represented are 18+, but it's very obviously like not like a drawing.
But he says it's 18+.
It's 18+ in my headcanon.
Your Honor.
But it could be like
my headcanon said it was 18+. But no, see, like that's where I would like have serious moral qualms with it, because even though technically it's not like a real child, you're obviously trying to like fulfill that need or something. Like you're definitely like, I would just like not be cool with that for obvious reasons. I think hard to put into words, but like basically don't fuck kids and don't fuck kid robots either, because that just means you want to fuck regular kids.
Alex Penny 2018, don't fuck kids.
Don't fuck kids. Honestly, I don't know why they haven't put me up for president. This is a winning message
or for
right
fucking
now.
Supreme Court.
Who no one could argue against you.
Yeah.
No,
if anyone
they could.
Does,
they could. Mitch McConnell would make an argument about it. He's like, well, I mean, I know a couple of good gents who fuck kids.
Oh my God.
That guy needs, all those fucking old men need to be shuffled off into like a giant chessboard whatever they do with their free time. Just go away. Stop governing. Making decisions for young people.
Give them some sex robots to fuck them till the end of their days, and then I'm sure they'll be all right.
Guys, let's go to Houston.
Give them sex robots that look like, I don't know, what are old white dudes into these days? Are they into like people that look like their wives or people that don't look like their wives?
That's Ted Cruz.
True.
He's into watching someone watch someone commit incest. Dude, I still can't get. I was listening. I have another thing to mention about. Well, I'll get that out of the way first. But I was listening to another podcast earlier because I was taking a long drive, and I don't remember which one it was. But I remember we were talking about this British actor, and you said he was African American, and that entertained me a little bit. But what else was I talking about? Shit, I lost my train of thought because I'm thinking about British African Americans.
You mean like?
Shit.
Are you thinking of a specific one or in general?
No. This other thing. That was just something I wanted to mention offhandedly.
Okay.
Fuck.
Get off.
What did you say before I started talking?
We were talking about old white dudes fucking sex robots.
No. More specific than that. Fuck.
You talking about Ted Cruz?
Ted
Cruz watching
just the headline of like Ted Cruz jerks off to incest porn on 9/11.
Oh right. Fuck, I forgot that happened on 9/11
so
too.
vividly. It was the best day of my life. It's also like Ted Cruz jerks off to incest cuck porn. Oh God, it's so good.
I really wonder like who it was. I wish it was Ted Cruz himself.
You know it was Ted Cruz himself.
Why? Yeah. But that means like, so it's on his personal phone.
He's an idiot.
So, but he must have thought he was safe. So he must have like an alt account that he uses for porn.
He must have thought he was on a second account.
He must have thought he was on his alt, dude. So that means Ted Cruz has an alt somewhere on Twitter that he uses exclusively to watch porn. Isn't that weird to think about?
What's it called when you have a Finsta?
Yeah, it's like his version of a
Ted Cruz has a
finster, a fwitter,
That's fucking
or whatever the
funny.
fuck you want to call it.
A fwitter.
A fwitter. Yeah, exactly.
Stop. No, we're definitely not calling it that.
You heard it here first, folks. It's a fwitter.
You heard it for your first folks. It's a fritter.
Dude, are you making fun of my speech disability?
Yes.
Okay,
Speech
Yaman's canceled.
impediment.
Rest in
You gonna
peace.
say some more weird, like, catty internet slang, Pena? You said that's the T. You're saying canceled now. What's left?
All right, sweetie, don't get spicy with me.
You know what's fucking interesting to me about the word sweetie specifically? It's gone to the point that, like, you could call someone a bag of diseased rat corpses stuffed in a storm drain that's clogged with diseased pubic hair, and people will be like, that's gross, but whatever. If you call someone sweetie on the internet, you will be talking to them for the next 6 years. It'll be an argument to end all arguments. It's like likening someone to, like, candy or sugar.
Yeah.
What that literally means is like an affectation or like a nice thing to say to somebody has completely done a 180 and then just broken through the graph, just like of the most vicious things you could ever say to someone, and is so entertaining to me.
It's become the equivalent of like throwing down the gauntlet.
It's like calling someone a cunt.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
very this condescending, like hateful, toxic, vicious, venomous energy that just comes right off of that word. Okay, sweetie. It's like, oh,
it's gonna be
okay.
like that.
So now we're gonna fight with barehanded claws.
The funny thing is, like you call your best friend like a dumb, stupid idiot bitch or something.
I call you guys so much worse.
Yeah, but then like you
Remember all
call
the things
someone
that
you're
I've
actually
renamed the group
fighting.
chat?
Wait, what?
All the things that I've renamed the group chat.
Yeah, I know. You keep doing it. But then like you call your like fucking sworn enemy that you want to tear apart, sweetie, or like some fake like affectionate thing just to piss them off. It's weird. I think culture is destroying itself.
Culture is destroying itself.
It's very alarming. Speaking of
Society.
culture, speaking of culture ending, Captain America, Chris Evans, he died earlier today.
Okay, that's not true at all. What happened is he announced on Twitter, "There's like, hey, we finally finished filming. I finally finished filming for Avengers 4." And he said, "Oh, it was good to all the fans, and I've loved playing this character for the last 8 years." That's what happened. Chris Evans is very much alive, and he has a dog.
I'm surprised that he wouldn't like keep that under wraps. Like they wouldn't.
Well, he
like,
didn't reveal anything.
No, but like it's very obvious then if this is his last movie that something happens to him in Avengers 4, right? Like that's incredible.
You could say that about literally any of the other characters that have an ending contract.
That's true, but no one else has been so like public about it. You know, like you don't see Robert Downey Jr. out here saying like
You don't see Robert Jr. Downey out here.
you don't see Robert Jr. Downey paper towels out here fucking announcing to the world that he's done playing Iron Man and that he's had a great time these past 10 years, but it's time to move on, right? Like even though I know that Iron Man probably is gonna die.
I will become the real Iron Man. He just takes off in a metal suit.
Exactly. He just steps out into a press conference stage. Like Marvel has like spent $100 million instead of Iron Man 4. They bought him a real Iron Man suit.
When he lands in that scene after the ferry in Homecoming, when Peter's like all sad because he fucked up. I guess I didn't really think he fucked up that badly, but then he's like all downtrodden. He's just like, if you cared, you'd really be here. And then Tony steps out of the suit, and then he goes like, you know, you're traipsing around in the $6 million suit, and I'm like, $6 million for like some like visual, like a HUD and like fabric? Really? It was weird.
Honestly, it seemed pretty cheap to me considering how much shit was in that suit. Like it wasn't just like fabric; it was like
figure, but it was like $6 million or something like that, like single-digit millions.
I mean, $6 million is like piss money in like terms of government spending. So I'm surprised there's not like a million like Spider-Man soldiers running around.
You know what I've always wanted Marvel to do with their excessive billions of dollars? I want them to buy one of the like out of the Chrysler building or something, and then reshape it into the Avengers Tower and just have that be their studio.
That's pretty cool, actually. I think they should do that.
I want to land a helicopter on it that breaks off that ledge piece and it just falls down through all 57 floors, and then that building falls onto Tower 1, and the whole thing.
Honestly, like, you wouldn't even have to reshape an entire building. I know you're very pleased with yourself, but
That just sounds so fucking funny. And it's horrible and tragic to think about, but like the moment they make this really cool kind of comic booky thing and it immediately destroys
A building.
like they're at the ribbon cutting ceremony and they cut the ribbon and the whole fucking bridge
like a
falls off.
domino effect. It like goes to the Chrysler Building, and, like then United Nations, even though that's like Midtown.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's enough. You could probably
Dude,
just
speaking
slap
of
a
9/11, Pete Davidson made a joke about his dad burning alive or something like that.
Oh yeah, a lot of people got mad at him for that, even though
And
I
that
thought
was
it
a while
pretty
ago.
funny.
But I bring that up because he also made a joke about switching out Ariana Grande's birth control with Advil, or
Yeah,
something like that, and Tic Tacs
yeah,
on SNL, and people got very, very fucking angry at him.
yeah.
Philip DeFranco brought up, was like, yeah, that's very, it's a fucked up joke, but also he jokes about the fact that his dad burned alive in the 9/11 towers, so it's kind of his shtick.
Yeah, like it's definitely like I see so many people on Twitter, especially like getting mad at him for these jokes that he's making. But like he's not actually doing that. I mean, if he is actually doing that, that's incredibly fucked up. But like joking about it is okay. But actually like doing that is not okay, obviously. But he's just telling jokes because like that's the person he is. He tells like dark, humorous jokes, like notoriously so. So I think now that he's like in the limelight, like people just think like, oh, it's just Ariana Grande's like kind of weird, like quirky boyfriend, and like they're just now like seeing, oh wait, Pete Davidson is a comedian and says all this like dark gallows humor, and I'm not cool with that. My sensitive sensibilities do not appreciate that. So
Sensitive sensibility.
I think they're kind of getting a clash of cultures here. The like
like
dark
everyone
comedy
does a good
world
job.
and like the Ariana Grande like woke stands kind of colliding and realizing that Pete Davidson is not like a Prince Charming exactly.
I feel like I'm going to get fired because I just joked about the idea of a hypothetical Avengers Tower crashing into the...
Special building.
It's okay.
I brought it up again so I could apologize, and I'm already laughing really hard about it.
Just make sure.
I could hear you in real life. From downstairs.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna get castrated by somebody for that.
Yeah, just make sure you don't make sure anyone important listens to this or anything. That'd be really bad. Okay.
Ooh, is it
Elon Musk. In Elon Musk news, he fucking sent a tweet mocking the stock police, aka the Securities Exchange Commission.
You might have just called them SGWs.
Might as fucking well, because Elon Musk will probably dunk on them no matter what, even though they fucking fined him $40 million.
Is that a lot for him?
The thing is, I think that's like fuck you money to him. Like it's a slight inconvenience,
Kinda
probably.
is. How much is he worth?
Like I don't actually know how much Elon Musk is worth, so I can't like determine.
And he only had to step down as the chairman, but he's still the CEO.
Yeah, he's still the CEO, and like it was kind of basically a slap on the wrist. That's what it was.
What is it that he did?
Yeah, it was a settlement too. Like he wasn't like officially charged or anything. Like he just came to a settlement with the government.
What did he do though?
But he just loves digging holes for himself deeper, and I think that's the funniest fucking thing.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. No, you keep cutting out.
What did he do? I've asked you 3 times.
It's gonna sound really funny in the playback where you're just yelling at me a question and I'm just totally ignoring it.
What did he do?
So Elon Musk just tweeted, quote,
I fucking hate you so much.
I'm telling you what he did.
That's what he did.
He tweeted, he was like, oh, there was the Trade Commission or whatever, right?
Yes, but like that sounds super vague when you put it like that, so I was going to give the quote so people know what we're talking about. He tweeted, quote, this tweet makes no sense, but I'm reading it verbatim. Just want to that the Short Seller Enrichment Commission is doing incredible work, and the name change is so on point, end quote. So the SEC is actually named the Securities Exchange Commission, and I guess he's making a play on their abbreviated name to Short seller enrichment. I think this is like rich people humor. Like, it would be funny if I had like $1 billion, but like he's just poking the bear like an idiot.
Which bear?
The Uncle Sam bear. The one that has a gray beard and wears a American hat.
So now that he gave up that $40 million, what do they do with the $40 million?
It's like taxes, basically. Like, it goes into like the government's
$40 million in taxes.
Well, not technically taxes. It's a fine, but it's the same thing. It goes to the government so they can use it.
And I have one more question for it. What did he do
before that? Oh, to be fined, you mean?
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
Oh.
Like, what did he do criminally?
I thut you meant like, what did he do? Like, as in, like, what did he do today?
I read
Sorry.
the tweet out loud before we started recording. I read it.
So back in, I don't know if you guys remember, he tweeted that he was going to take Tesla private when the stock reached 420. Yeah, right? And he tweeted that because he was high.
What's his name? Her name?
And I think he was making a joke.
He said he did it to impress, what's her name?
Yeah, impress Grimes. No,
Grimes.
not Halsey.
Fucking idiot.
But he tweeted that, and the problem with that is that he put it out there into the world without talking to any of like his fellow board members, investors, and stuff. They had no idea that this was like coming, right? And you can't just like say that you're going to change the fundamental nature of how your company works like that, right? I don't know. It's like a lot of like business shit, but like basically very much against the rules. He got fined $40 million for it after they investigated him. And so now the stock police are mad at him, and Elon Musk is mad at the stock police because they are taking away tens of millions of dollars from him. That's the story, and he's just an idiot, which is just making me so happy. I wish I had $40 million worth of money to just like waste away on a stupid tweet that I tweeted when I was high and trying to impress my goth girlfriend.
He was on Vicodin or something like that, or Adderall or whatever.
Yeah.
Vicodin's like a painkiller. I don't want to brought that up, but like, when I saw the headline, it was like, "Oh, Elon Musk, $40 million." I was like, "That guy who got called a pedo got $40 million?" And then I read the article, and I was like, "Oh.
No.
I was about to like, damn, the best lawyers in the universe."
Dude, Elon Musk can call me a pedophile every day for the rest of his life if I can get $40 million from that. Okay.
Just do something on Twitter where you can piss him off.
That's true. I'll probably just tell him his cars suck every day.
Save some children from a cave. That'll usually do the job.
Exactly. I'll stage an international crisis where he offers to help, and then I'll say he's a fuckwit, and then he'll call me a pedophile.
Don't let him.
All right, so we have a lot of emails again this week, so we're going to go ahead and dive right into those.
We also got a bunch of art.
What'd you say?
We also got a bunch of art.
We did get some art. I just posted that one today. This one is from, well, that art specifically is from, nope, that's an old one. Like way back. Hang on.
A flock of drunk birds is causing chaos in a small town. Blame it on the BBBBB berries. Hundreds of birds in Gilbert, Minnesota are getting intoxicated from fermented berries, which is causing them to fly into windows, staggering down streets, and falling out of trees.
That's kind of lit, actually.
Do you ever hear that it was a fake fact, but it was that sloths are so dim-witted that they will sometimes grab their own arms thinking it's a branch and fall out of trees to their deaths?
I wish.
I once almost made a Vine about that, but then before I posted, I was like, is this real? And then I found out it wasn't, and I was so disappointed.
That sounds like exactly the kind of thing I would want to be real, but like evolutionarily,
I want
it
that
doesn't
to be
make
real
any
so
sense.
bad, because they probably make a little like, like as they're falling.
I wonder what noises sloth makes. I don't think it's like a. I don't think they make any noise at all.
I think they make a little like.
All right, on to email. This art is from Jasmine. We posted this on our Instagram. It should be the latest post you see there from her. So go check it out. Give it some love. It is us, me, Patrick, and Yaman on top of each other's shoulders. I'm the bottom, of course, because I'm a strong base, and Yaman is on top because he is the dom, and Patrick's in the middle, I guess, because he's kind of like a He's like a cheesy soft boy, and we just kind of squish him in between us.
From a sexual utility.
Exactly. Jasmine says, "Hey, Prude dudes, my name is Jasmine. Not that that really matters. So thought I would let you guys know that during the hurricane, your guys' podcast really helped me stay sane. Even when the power went out, you guys helped cure my overwhelming sense of boredom. Anyways, I made you guys a picture. Sorry that it may not look as good as most of the stuff you guys get, but I can't afford a drawing tablet yet, and some of my art supplies were ruined by the storm. I briefly remember in one of your podcasts that you guys said to draw all of you on top of each other's shoulders by Big Dick Energy. I don't know if I gave you guys justice for it, but I feel like I put you guys in the right order since I feel like I'm going overboard. I just wanted to ask you guys. I will be graduating soon, and I was wondering if you guys had any advice you could give me. Kind of nervous about it. Can feel myself freak out a little bit with all the debt I will collect. Anyways, thanks, dudes, for being funny. Keep doing what you're doing. Bye." So I would just like to recant the record and say that I actually, according to this totem pole here, have the lowest.
Have the least.
Big dick energy?
I did notice that after she said the order.
Yeah.
And Yaman has the most.
Wait.
I don't care that I don't have the most. I'm just glad I have more than you. Because I know this is something that it's like, oh, it's an innocent joke, but you'll think about this later, and it'll bother you.
So, did she say if she was graduating high school or college?
Pretty sure it's college because she talked about debt.
Okay.
Also, I'm sorry the
well,
hurricane
but she
ruined
said
your
she was
stuff.
going to accumulate debt, meaning that she hasn't started yet.
I feel myself about all the debt I will collect. I think it's college. Yeah, I think it's definitely college. So I'm just going to go off of that.
How's it college if she hasn't collected the debt?
She's going to collect the debt because once you finish, you then have to start paying your loans. That's how this shit works.
Okay.
She's collecting debt because she's a fucking loan shark, Yaman.
As for advice, truly, I'm not there yet, so I can't tell you really what is going to happen.
I'm not either, but that doesn't mean I can't help you. What you want to do is start robbing banks. That'll get you a lot of money very quickly. You pay off those debts, and then you get into your career
Start
path.
blowing up cruise ships.
Yeah, that works too. Rob a train. Go old school.
Build a 2-scale model of the Avengers Tower in New York.
Yep, okay. That's
and
a good
knock
start.
it over onto the 9/11 memorial.
Those are billion-dollar ideas.
I don't know how this will benefit you. Do it for me, and I'll give you a high five.
There you go. That's
Give me
pretty
some
much
time, though, 'cause
equivalent to
I'm
money.
been laughing for a long time.
Yeah, start a dog sitting business.
Saving.
And then steal people's dogs and
Save
then
money.
I don't know.
Hold them for ransom, and
I
then
don't know.
get the
I don't know
money.
if you have, I don't know if you have financially minded parents, but if you don't, there's tons of guides online to look at your income. I don't know if you have income, but like whatever you have, look at what you're getting and then find out what percent you can be saving to still have money to spend. I save. I don't remember. It's different because I have a bunch of different sources of income, but like most of it I just put together.
We get it. You got money.
It's very small. It's like 3 drops coming down on my head that I guess
We
really
get it.
slurp
You
up.
filthy rich.
I fucking hate
Okay.
you so much. I hated that comment that someone gave. It's like, why does he even make these videos anymore if he's rich? It's like, who the fuck told you that? I'll find him and kill him. But yeah, just find out what percent you should be saving. Definitely start saving.
Yeah, you definitely want a nice little nest egg to use on like
Even if it's very little,
Yeah.
it's something.
Also start saving for retirement as soon as possible because any like year or whatever you get ahead like multiplies throughout the rest of your life.
Get a 401,000.
Yeah, exactly. So I haven't started saving for retirement, but I probably should. But I'm also
I'm never gonna retire.
All right, thank you for your email. This next one is from Lena. Wonderful greetings, dudes. Thank you for producing your podcast and keeping me sane all the way over here in the country with the least effective and stupidly hard educational system, Germany. I usually listen to you guys on my way to school or in religion class. I wanted to draw something for y'all, but the pressure is too high. So I have a picture of my beautiful cat instead. Anyways, I have a question for you, Mustard Seeds. What are your thoughts on sparkly water indoors? Also, Yaman, how have you been doing this fine month? Have a wunderschönen day. I think I'm saying that right. Lena, thank you, Lena. Your cat is lovely.
I want to see the cat.
Indoors.
It's in the email. I will.
Penny,
Show me the cat.
I'll send you a picture of the cat.
Share your
Thank
It's a
screen.
good looking cat. It's sitting on some
Share your
towels. It's
screen.
looking really cute. I like it a lot.
Share your screen.
Can you even share your screen on?
I can't.
on
You can't do that on
can you?
Hangouts. Yeah.
Try now.
Yeah. I'm gonna send.
Share screen.
Share
is
screen,
Right
yeah,
there.
press-
It's number
press,
one
yeah.
option. You dumb
Press
asshole.
in the top right. Yeah.
I'm.
It looks like he's
That's
got
a
it on
myth,
his phone.
I'm gonna-
Patrick. That's
I'm
not even-
gonna
I'm not even gonna test it though.
and
It's fine.
totally ignore your advice and just do it the way I wanted to do it.
Did you
I
text
did
it?
text it.
There it is.
Look at that cat.
I like how I
Look
had
at the
access
kitty.
to this
Oh
email,
my
but I
God,
was
look at the
asking him to
kitty.
share the screen.
This is a
It's
cute
a
little
good
kitty.
cat too.
Oh my god, he's cute. He's in the blur. He's moving so fast.
Yeah, dude. He's like the Flash. He's like moving through dimensions as we speak.
I like you also have 78 towels in case the entire ocean breaches through your room.
Oh, I don't want to like sidetrack us from the fan mail, but somebody that I was sitting with today said something about Hawkeye becoming like one of the most powerful superheroes because he has a universe-piercing bow. Do you guys know anything about that?
That sounds like really fucking stupid shit, and I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Sounds
alright,
like
never
some
mind.
fake shit a Hawkeye fan would come up with.
It sounds like some
Okay,
weird
alright,
fan
sounds good.
fiction. He's got a universe-piercing bow.
all right. We can move on. Never mind then.
Universe-piercing bow sounds like something I can get in Destiny. That gives me an exotic quest, right?
Yeah.
Headshot 3,700 people while standing upside down.
Wait, so Lena asked us, what are our thoughts on sparkly water and doors?
Oh, I thought she said indoors.
No, just the
And
concept of
doors.
doors. The doors.
Doors are
I hate
cool.
doors.
You can go in, you can go out. You can
You're wrong
close
about
them,
that,
open
sir.
them.
Sparkly water overrated. Doors underrated.
I like carbonated
Agreed.
soda, which is pretty much the same thing.
That's
in my
fair.
opinion.
Did you say carbonated butter? What?
No, I said carbonated margarine.
Yeah. Okay. I can't believe it's not butter.
Also,
Wait, I did that.
Yaman, she asks how you specifically have been doing this fine month.
Why does everybody
When was
fucking
this
care
sent?
now,
Was
Jay?
Because Yaman has the
Was-
biggest dick energy and they only care about him.
Was this September or
The
October?
past 30 days, let's assume.
Good.
That's it.
My dog died.
You don't
I'm
have a
kidding. I
dog.
don't have a dog.
You
Not
bought
anymore.
a dog and killed it.
Because
I'm
it
going to
died.
give you a dog and then kill it the next day so you feel what true sadness is like.
Yeah, I don't need you to do that to know what true sadness feels like. I didn't have a dog though. For
Okay.
anyone wondering, that was a joke.
Also, Jasmine, pro tip, if you want, you can kidnap Lena's cat and hold it for ransom. It's a cute
Oh,
cat.
Now you're
So
thinking.
I
now
really think-
we're helping two.
But she might
Wait,
fucking
well,
construct some sort of elaborate whip out of the 38 towels that she has and then come and fucking kill you. So think of that.
Exactly. Thank you for your email. This one
Thank you.
is from Thomas. 3 questions. So I haven't seen any of the new Joker movie clips, but I'm intrigued now. I do wonder your opinions on the Joker in the show Gotham. I liked it up until the guy's
Ass.
face got cut off.
Ass. He straight up ass.
Some fucking cheeks.
I saw like a YouTube clip of the dude, and it's technically not the Joker
he
or something.
puts a lot of sauce on it. I'll give him that. He gives it his all. He leaves it all on the field. He really gives it his
yeah,
best.
but he leaves
I
a turd
hate
on the
it.
field.
Jeez.
He goes out onto the field and he does his best. Is what
He
I'm
just
saying.
drops his pants and like lets it all out of his ass. Like it's just.
I think he's also a child. So
No, it's not. He's like a fucking preteen.
He's like a fucking child.
He's like a man. Joker, Gotham TV
He's
show.
like a man.
Okay, I don't need.
Read the next question while you look that up.
How? You bisect your eyes and do two things at the same time.
Bice. On the subject of like simulation games, have you guys tried Plague Inc? Because I normally get so bored.
It got boring in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that game is dope. Normally get so bored with these types of games, but there's something about seeing all the countries turn red that makes me feel accomplished. It sounds like you might be a mass
You're a
murderer.
psychopath.
Yeah, no, I enjoy Plague Inc. I have it on Xbox, and it's a fun game to go back to every once in a while.
For some reason, that game and the powder game. That little,
Oh yes, the
those are
sand,
same
the
sort of
whatever
tickles for
powder,
me. I
salt,
really enjoy
whatever.
it.
Isn't Joker on okay, so the actor's name is Cameron Monaghan on Gotham. But they said there's a weird issue with Gotham that they said they aren't allowed to use the name Joker and that pure green hair is off limits. A decision from the higher ups as they wanted to reserve those for the films. That's weird.
It's
So-
weird considering the fucking Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
So he's literally like just budget Joker. Like,
It's like how fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. be like, there's Iron Man, he's gone. You missed him. Thor was here. This is Thor's girlfriend.
oh, it's a good thing we have Aluminum Man here to help, and his buddy Roth.
Aluminum Man and like Patriot Man and all the people on fucking Arrow.
Oh my god! And we've also got Bird Pupil here with his trusty crossbow to
Bird Pupil.
really pull this mission together.
It's another ankle fat.
Still the best name. Still the best name.
Bird Pupil.
All right. Thomas's last question says, with the whole Avatar thing, the live action idea fucking sucks. Goes without saying. Would you watch that one Avatar series that turned out to be fake? The premise was the same as the others, really. Only the next Avatar is actually twins, so it could be two people sharing the four elements, or one having all four and one coming to terms about not being able to bend at all.
How is that person the Avatar then, if they don't have any of the elements?
Yeah, so I think just one of the twins would be the Avatar, and the other one would just be the dipshit that didn't get anything.
These two twins have all of the power, except four of them are with this one, and the other one's just sort of annoying.
I feel like the other one would just get like really like scarily good with guns, and like everyone would just be like, Jesus. Okay,
or become
like,
the villain because they're so jealous.
Yeah, that guy. They would just be like, yes, that guy he's got some inner demons. So don't want to fuck with him. Thank you for your email, Thomas. It does sound like a good idea, and as long as it's animated, honestly, I will fucking watch the Potato Avatar for all I care. He can bend French fries and turn them into sharp French fries.
I will inflict on you tenfold.
That's so funny. Oh, my friends want to come into the common room and get their alcohol, so we're going to wrap this up in 10 minutes. Let's see. This one is from Monty. Dear Stu's, please give me advice. I work at a box office of a theater company. Whenever I'm working on a show at the ticketing window, people will just come up to me and say, hi, we have will call tickets, or even worse, just say will call, and then stand there and stare at me. Literally every single other person who comes up to the window also has will call tickets, minus like two people buying tickets. How do I, in a respectful and polite manner, tell these people that they're being dumb and need to give me their actual name? Also, do you guys have any experience with live theater, either viewing or participating in it? And also, most importantly, what plans do you have for episode 69? Yeet, Monty.
I have nothing to say about the first half of
that.
that. Personally.
What is a will call ticket?
Yeah, I have no idea.
As for the will call ticket, honestly, you could probably just slap them around. See.
What is a will call ticket?
A will call ticket's a ticket you pick up at the box office. It's like a really fancy name for some reason.
Ticket.
I would honestly just like slap each and every one of them until you got fired. Just like wait and see.
I was thinking like you could put up a sign that says "Don't just say will call ticket."
Yeah.
But that seems like it wouldn't work because people don't always look to read signs when they go up to a register.
Many people
Yes,
don't know how to read.
No, but then when they get pissy with you, you just point to the sign.
Did she say they get pissy with you?
That's the power of the sign. It's not that so they'll be prepared. They'll read it first. You're still gonna have to tell them. But once they get pissy with you,
her whole point was like, I want to get rid of the whole situation where they say will call and I say, okay, but what are your names and where's your seats, whatever. She doesn't want to have that interaction.
Wait, just say.
She would rather them just be upfront with all the information.
Just say if they say will call, like only will call. Just say, who are you calling?
Yeah,
shut up. Read the next
Fuck
question.
you. Don't have any experience. I did like 2 shows in high
You
school.
said the dumbest thing in the universe.
Fuck you. I did 2 shows in high school. It was fun. Theater isn't my favorite thing in the world, but it's neat when I can go to a show. It's cool. Do we have plans for episode 69? We will do a human centipede photo shoot. Here we go.
Penny will make some stupid, annoying joke that y'all will be like, read the next question too.
Damn, bro. You really didn't have to do me like that.
We will actually record a podcast. That's a special occurrence.
That's it.
We'll make sure to actually put it out.
It only happens every 7 days.
John will probably reserve a room, we hope.
Pretty rare.
Yeah.
This is from Abram. So last week, y'all were talking about losing weight due to self-hatred, and I couldn't relate. But this week, I went clothes shopping with my mom, and I didn't like the way any of the clothes looked. I then realized it's because I don't like the way my body looks. Sad emoji. Guess I'll start trying to fix myself. Thanks for the motivation, guys. Sincerely.
Or don't.
First world problems.
Our point was that for our specific reasoning, it helped that we had that negative reinforcement. You don't have to change shit. You should probably just find a new way to look at yourself. Most people who lose that weight aren't overweight or they don't have any problems with them. So consider that before you decide to go down that road. You know?
Yeah, bro. Honestly, if you're not hitting the gym, start hitting the gym. Mostly just because like it makes you feel good, and you'll like start to like the way you look and stuff. So
go at it from a positive.
Yeah, it's a very positive thing. You know, like you don't have to fucking do anything drastic, but like just hitting the gym, lifting weights always feels good. Makes you feel tired. You start sleeping better. Just overall good for quality of life, I'd say. So do those small steps.
But if you genuinely don't like the way you look, then and you want to make a change, then don't I don't know. Just don't like be vicious about the hatred like I was, because now I'm all jaded.
Yeah, just eat some salads for lunch, and I think you'll be all right. Honestly,
stop drinking soda.
All right, this one is from Catherine. Hey dudes. Never known anyone else who hates being called sweetie or other pet names as much as me, so I really enjoy listening to you guys rant about it on the podcast. I don't get upset or annoyed easily, but if someone calls me sweetie or honey or darling, I will immediately hate that person. Last year was my freshman year of college, and I lived in the dorms, and I got placed with 2 other random roommates in a triple. One of the girls was 23 years old, which is significantly older than me and my other roommate, who were 18 at the time. And she would always talk down to us like we were children and call us sweetie and honey all the fucking time. It was so demeaning and pissed me off to absolutely no end. I kept on thinking, like, you're the grown-ass adult who hasn't moved out of the dorms yet. You have no right...
23 in the dorms.
You have no right to be talking down to me like this and treating me like a 5-year-old. But I'm such a non-confrontational person, I basically just suffered in my own living hell for a year. But yeah, that's my awful first roommate story. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I really appreciate your rants about how pet names are the worst, because I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Catherine, for your email.
Yeah, okay. I used to be that kind of person about most things. I still am about a lot of things about confrontation. But now I just say things to people, and most of them are, reasonably accommodating. And if they're not, then you know that they're not. But if you just say nothing, then you'll never know. So say, hey, I would appreciate it if you didn't call me sweetie or honey. Just call me by my name.
Exactly. And hey, it could be worse. My first year roommate would jokingly try to stab me with his diabetic needle. So
ha 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 ha. What a fucking prank.
Yeah, it's just a prank, bro. Don't worry about it.
Get pranked, bro.
So that dude was fucking disgusting. Anyways, that's it for this week. Thank you again for listening. I do want to give a special shout out to our new $5 patron, David B, because we already have another David who's a Patreon patron. David, we sent you a message on Patreon to send you your special personalized thank you. So if you want to respond to that, we will send you a special thank you letter or something as soon as you get back to us, and just let us know where you want us to send that. If you want to send us any other fun stuff, you can send it to prudedudes@gmail.com, whether that be fan art, fan letter, or if you want to sponsor us. If you are like a diet soda company and you want to sponsor us, just saying, our doors are open. If you want to follow us on Twitter, I'm at AlexPine997. Patrick is at PatrickStraw25. Yaman is at _Yaman. You can also find us all at Prude Dudes. And as always, special super thank you to our Patreon patrons. We got Cassidy, we got David Brewer, we got David Brody, we got Aaron, we got Everso Joe, we got Jake, we got Katie, Marianne, Monty, Pip Pap, Scallywab, Rebecca, Tara, and Jessica. Thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. We super duper appreciate it. And if you want to support us on Patreon, anything, any amounts, any little bit of penny you want to give us, that's patreon.com/PrudeDudes. So thank you again for listening, guys, and we will see you again next week.
Bye-bye.
Ah!